Are you allowed to swing one?
Oh, good.
Okay, come on. Oh, they are a little taller
You
than
didn't see it hit the back of the neck. Oh, yeah. Let's see what you got. No pressure.
What happens when you put Caitlin Clark in a friendly game of mini golf? Chaos, that's what. We've got footage of Clark celebrating a near hole-in-one like she just won March Madness. It's ridiculous, it's over the top, and it's 100% Clark. So picture this, Caitlin Clark, basketball superstar at a mini golf course. Sounds like a chill day out, right? Wrong. Her teammates thought they were in for a relaxing afternoon, but they forgot one crucial detail. Clark doesn't do chill. As soon as they step onto that AstroTurf, Clark's eyes light up like she's just spotted an open lane to the basket. Her teammates are laughing, joking around. But Clark, she's sizing up that first hole like it's the final seconds of a tied game. You've got to see this to believe it. Clark's lining up her putt, and I swear, it's like watching her prepare for a game-winning three-pointer. Her focus is so intense, you'd think that little yellow ball insulted her family or something. Her friends are cracking up, but Clark's not even cracking a smile. She's in full-on competition mode over mini golf with plastic clubs and windmills. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I can't look away. And get this, other people at the course are starting to notice. You can hear the whispers. Is that Caitlin Clark at mini golf? Yep, and she's treating it like Game 7 of the NBA Finals. But here's where it gets wild. Clark's up against this impossible shot. We're talking a triple ricochet off a clown's nose, through a windmill, and over a tiny bridge. No way anyone's making this, right? Wrong again. Clark lines it up, takes a deep breath, and swish, or whatever the mini golf equivalent of a swish is. The ball goes in like it's magnetized or something. And Clark, she goes absolutely nuts. We're talking hands in the air, screaming at the top of her lungs, running around like she just hit a buzzer beater to win the national championship over a putt-putt shot. Her teammates are doubled over laughing. Other golfers are staring in disbelief. And somewhere, a mini golf course owner is probably wondering if he can get Clark to endorse his business. But the best part? Someone caught it all on video. Clark's reaction to a near hole-in-one goes viral faster than one of her no-look passes. Even at mini golf, she's a star. It's moments like these that show why people love Caitlin Clark. She doesn't just play with intensity, she lives with it. Whether it's on the basketball court or a mini golf course, Clark's giving it 110%. And somehow she makes it look both impressive and hilarious at the same time. So next time you're feeling lazy about your putt-putt game, just remember, Caitlin Clark wouldn't stand for that. Channel your inner Clark, line up that shot, and celebrate like you've just won March Madness. Because in Clark's world, every victory is worth celebrating, no matter how small. You think Clark's mini golf intensity was wild? Wait till you hear about her practice session. Imagine a player so fired up, she's getting technical fouls in scrimmages against her own teammate. Yeah, you read that right. Clark's taking practice like you play to a whole new level. Picture this, Iowa's practice gym, the squeak of sneaker, the thump of basketball, and the sound of Caitlin Clark arguing with an imaginary referee. Yep, that's just another day at Hawkeye practice. While most players are working on their jump shots and free throws, Clark's out here perfecting her "are you kidding me" face. One of Clark's teammates spilled the beans. And it's hilarious. Apparently, Clark gets so into these scrimmages that she's racking up technical fouls like they're going out of style. We're talking full on. Hands in the air, can't believe it reactions to her own teammates. It's like she forgets it's just practice and thinks she's in the middle of March Madness. You should see the coaches' faces. They're caught between being impressed by her intensity and wanting to facepalm so hard they give themselves concussions. On one hand, they've got a player who treats every practice like it's Game 7. On the other hand, they're probably wondering if they need to bring in a real ref just to keep Clark in check. But here's the thing. Clark's not just practicing basketball. She's rehearsing her whole on-court persona. It's like she's method acting, but for sports. Every reaction, every argument, every celebration, it's all part of the Caitlin Clark experience. And let me tell you, that experience is something else. The craziest part? All this intensity actually pays off. When game day rolls around, Clark's locked in like nobody else. All those practice techs, they've got her ready for anything the real refs might throw at her, like she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. And get this, Clark's practice antics have become a weird sort of team bonding experience. Her teammates are out here turning her technicals into an inside joke. They've probably got a scorecard going, Clark versus the imaginary refs. I bet they even have a trophy for whoever can get Clark the most fired up during practice. It's not all laughs though. There's some real psychology behind Clark's intensity. Experts say that athletes who openly express their emotions can actually enhance their performance. So while Clark might look like she's just putting on a show, she's actually tapping into something that makes her even more dangerous on the court. There's even a story about Clark's dad jokingly telling her to shut up during a game because she was complaining too much to the refs. Like father, like daughter, I guess. But that's just Clark. She brings that fire everywhere she goes, whether it's a championship game or a Tuesday afternoon scrimmage. So next time you're watching Iowa play and you see Clark get into it with a ref, just remember, she's been practicing that move for weeks. It's all part of the plan, the Caitlin Clark plan, where every practice is game day and every game is a chance to put on a show. Think Clark's only good at dishing out assists? Wait till you hear about her dishing out punchlines. From roasting opponents to cracking jokes about her own play, Clark's taking her quick wit from the court to the comedy club. But can she score laughs as easily as she scores points? Turns out, Caitlin Clark's got jokes for days. We're not talking about a few witty comebacks and post-game interviews. Nah, we're talking full-on stand-up material. Clark's been flexing her comedy muscles, and let me tell you, it's as impressive as her crossover. At first, her teammates were skeptical. I mean, can you blame them? They've seen Clark nail impossible shots, but telling jokes on purpose? That's a whole different ballgame. But Clark wasn't about to back down from this challenge. She started writing her own material, and before you know it, she's up there dropping one-liners like they're no-look passes. You should have seen her first attempt. Clark steps up to the mic, takes a deep breath and goes, "Why do cheetahs never take tests at the zoo? Because they're always spotted." Crowd's reaction? Pure gold. It's like watching her sink a buzzer beater, but instead of cheers, it's laughter. But Clark wasn't done. She started roasting opposing teams, poking fun at refs, and even making jokes about her own play. She's got this one about the Indiana Fever having the first pick in the draft. A reminder that the Indiana Fever is a WNBA team and not what Michael C.H. gave to dozens of women at Purdue University. Ouch. Talk about a slam dunk in the comedy world. The best part? Clark's not afraid to turn that humor on herself. She's out here changing her social media bio to Lexi's whole fan page just to hype up her teammate. It's like watching her dish out assists, but with laughs instead of points. And get this, her coach is in the back of the room, torn between being impressed and worried. On one hand, Clark's killing it up there. On the other, is this whole comedy thing going to be a distraction? But then Clark drops a line about her favorite snack being warm chocolate chip cookies, and even the coach can't help but crack up. By the end of the night, it's clear Clark's comedy game is almost as strong as her court vision. Her teammates are dying of laughter, the crowd's eating it up, and someone's definitely recording this for posterity. Sure enough, videos of Clark's best jokes start making the rounds online. Before you know it, she's not just trending for her crazy assists or long-range threes. Now she's got people tuning in to see what she'll say next. It's official. Caitlin Clark, basketball superstar and comedian, who saw that coming? So next time you see Clark lighting up the scoreboard, just remember, she's probably got a killer joke locked and loaded for the post-game interview. Because in Clark's world, why settle for being the best at one thing when you can dominate two? Clark's not just breaking records, she's breaking the unwritten rules of sports rivalries. Get ready for the most unexpected fan club in basketball history. Who knew greatness could turn enemies into admirers? Picture this. It's a high-stakes game. The crowd's on edge. The opposing team's defense is locked and loaded, ready to shut down the Caitlin Clark show. But then, something wild happens. Clark starts doing what Clark does best, and suddenly, the game plan goes out the window. She's sinking impossible shots like they're layups. No-look passes are finding teammates with pinpoint accuracy. It's pure basketball magic, and even the other team can't help but notice. You'd expect the opposing coach to be fuming, right? Drawing up desperate plays to stop the onslaught? Well, he is. But his player? They're actually smiling. I kid you not. These defenders who are supposed to be stopping Clark are out here looking like they just won courtside tickets to their favorite concert. They're shaking their head, but it's not frustration in their eye. It's straight up admiration. It's like they've forgotten they're supposed to be competing and instead are just enjoying the show. But wait, it gets even crazier. Clark pulls off this move that's so insane, it shouldn't be possible. And what does the defender do? High-fives her. Right there in the middle of the game. It's like for a split second, they're not opponents anymore. They're just two ballers appreciating greatness. You can almost hear what they're thinking. You just have to tip your hat to her. She's a special player who can change the game in an instant. That's what one opposing coach said, and you can bet his players feel the same way. Remember that viral meme of LSU's Haley Van Lith shrugging in disbelief after one of Clark's plays? That's not frustration, folk. That's the look of someone who just witnessed something they thought was impossible. It's the basketball equivalent of seeing a unicorn. By the end of the game, it's clear Clark's talent transcends rivalry. It's not just about winning or losing anymore. It's about witnessing something special, something that doesn't come along every day. Basketball recognizes basketball, and what Clark's doing is next-level stuff. And here's the kicker. After the final buzzer, you'd expect the opposing team to hit the showers, right? Nope, they're lining up for autograph from the player who just torched their defense. Clark's impact goes way beyond the scoreboard. She's not just winning games, she's winning respect from everyone who sees her play. It's a reminder of why we love sports in the first place. Yeah, competition is great, but moments like these, when greatness brings everyone together, that's the real magic. And Caitlin Clark, she's the magician making it all happen.